Good, happy Tuesday afternoon, November 10, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. We have a lot of news to get to this Tuesday afternoon, so let's get started. First up, let's begin with your coronavirus in New Hampshire, key information and data. And here is a look at that information for all of you right now. There are 12,699 number of people in New Hampshire have tested positive for COVID-19. 10,029,556 number of people in the United States have tested positive. 489 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 794 number of people who have been hospitalized with COVID-19 in New Hampshire. And 238,053 number of deaths from COVID-19 in the United States. And let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire where current cases of COVID-19 are. In Nashua, 146. And let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire where total cases of COVID-19 are. Nashua, 1337. And now let's take a look at this chart here. Let's take a look at these three charts. Let's start with the first chart. New cases each day in New Hampshire in the purple. Daily new positive COVID-19 cases in the orange. New hospitalization in red deaths. Let's take a look at this chart here. Current cases in the purple. Total current COVID-19 cases. And in the orange, current hospitalization. Let's take a look at this chart here. Total cases in the purple. Total positive COVID-19 cases. In the orange, total hospitalization. Red deaths and blue recovered. And let's take a look at this chart here. Positive PCR test rate and daily PCR test. Let's take a look at this chart here. Age group of cases, female and male of cases, and risk information. Let's take a look at this chart here. Infections, hospitalizations, and deaths. And let's take a look at this chart here. Deaths, percent of New Hampshire population, race/ethnicity of cases, and hospitalizations. And a reminder of your common symptoms: fever, lack of smell, cough, chills, difficult breathing, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. How it spreads, and prevention tips. And be sure to stay with the Riley King Network for the latest of your COVID-19 information. Berlin tables proposed face-covering ordinance for 1 week. Nearly 3-hour meeting held Monday night. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Mike Cronin.
Outrage has been a member of Bellwether Community Credit Union since 2013. One of the other banks wasn't responsive.
During a nearly 3-hour meeting tonight, Berlin City Council heard from people for and against a proposed ordinance that would require face coverings. Ultimately, the council decided to push back a vote on it for 1 more week.
Whether it's a resolution or an ordinance, I'm not letting this go. We're gonna do something.
Under the proposal, people would have to wear masks in businesses and within 6 feet of someone else. Among those who weighed in tonight, medical experts in support of an ordinance.
The consequences of not using a mask, when it's a simple thing to do, could be tragic in our community.
Several people echoed that concern.
We need to be told what to do. We need to be told to care for one another. So I'm in full support of the mask mandate to protect our community, our workers, everybody that's out there every day.
Others feel that requiring a mask is unnecessary and an overreach of power.
I don't believe that that anyone should be forced to wear it. Just end of story. I don't believe that anyone has the right to force somebody else to put something on their body.
The council will now use the next week to adjust the language of the ordinance to make the rules clearer, as well as get input from the police chief on possible fines.
And the City Council will meet virtually next Monday night at 6:30. Reporting live, Mike Cronin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Man accused of killing Keene man faces judge for hearing. Armando Barron charged with capital murder in case. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Beltate's Building Supply. From building materials to tools, paints, and everything else you need, we'll make fall home improvements a breeze. Shop online at beltates.com. Visit one of our 9 locations or place your order via phone or email.
All right, thank you. Good morning, everybody.
Your Honor.
With the motion hearing and a dispositional conference, honestly, I think, based on my review of the pleadings, which kind of describe the state of...
Okay, if you want to watch the full hearing, we will share this link with you on the Riley King Network Facebook page right after this broadcast. A man charged with capital murder in the kidnapping and killing of a 25-year-old Keene man appeared before a judge for a hearing on Tuesday. Armando Barron is accused of kidnapping Jonathan Armolt, killing him in Ringe, and then burying his body 200 miles north in Coos County. Prosecutors said Barron killed Armolt after learning the man was having an affair with Barron's wife. The hearing focused on motions to preserve evidence, probable cause, and return property. And this story will be updated as we learn more information into our newsroom. Manchester Athletic Department asks for winter sports approval. Board of School Committee tables approval. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
The future of winter sports in Manchester schools remains unknown at this point. The Board of School Committee tabling a proposal tonight.
We have this time to be able to focus on the data points and connect with our health department and come back with a decision, a recommendation for winter athletics.
Under the original proposal at the high school level, Manchester's athletic department was asking for approval for multiple winter sports. It comes as the state sees a spike in COVID-19 cases, and the district also prepares for a potential surge, with some families, teachers, and school staff preparing to travel to see family for upcoming holidays. Anyone traveling outside New England would have to quarantine for 2 weeks upon returning to New Hampshire.
I will be making a recommendation to the board that we look at considering that all of our schools, other than students who are identified for specialized instruction, be placed in full remote status beginning Monday, November 30th and ending Tuesday, January 19th.
I cannot conceive of closing our schools from November 30th to January 19th and have sports.
A special meeting will be held next week to discuss the recommendation to go fully remote. A meeting on winter sports will then take place the 23rd. And in Nashua, a motion to approve winter sports was tabled there tonight, as well as their school board looks to approve their hybrid learning model for the spring semester. Live in Manchester tonight, I'm Charisse LeClaire, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this afternoon edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your afternoon, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.